welcome to Cstv News Night on Cstv with me, Dr. Mensa. Cstv News at 24 is brought to you by Celeste Whitton Brown, Rema Ushering Agency, Amstel Blog Machinery and Blog Manufacturing Serious Dream Jewelries, KS Rafe Mix Company Limited, Yav Decorations, NAB Apartment Hotel, and Crystal Jorek Pet Shop. Now in the headlines, 1 dead, 4 injured in an accident. Education Minister announces free education for all special need learners. In business news also, a great minister outlines plans for farms market on the international front meter to block social media for users under 16 years in Australia. There's many more stories will be coming your way in tonight's news bulletin on CSTV. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now let's start from the agri sector. Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku has dismissed claims that government has increased the salaries of district chief executive summary by 67%. Speaking in an interview, he stated that such claims are false and against the laws that governs the country.
Must say I told DC for 67%. And this how. And just bet you to DC for 27%. Here DC for 67 will be able to be our total. True DC be a DC by and 2 DC be a now yet me soon to under because DC for no you capture more under Article 71. Under Article 71 2011 a Urama committee na yet no. The report by say young push you among special year friend award 55 award point 55. Into Amaka every year be about 10%. Now 2016 a year for Kumyasono, net DCB 16,445. 16,445 2016. About way by no. Now say year be order 10% ma ni DC for no. Year be order 10% more no. When you 10% na until local government minister, honorable Dambo just when local government pa and no raise concern and no approve 10%. And Tibra mo be kono. Now so mo calculate tuya o maka tuya arrears ene esgasia edemamo enti om calculate ni nyina na DCBA no na nkana katua na kosi 32,000 kakra bi ne ka ho enti no enom ni tua arrears ene ade edemamo enti DCBA was start bia no also started from that salary because na yes salary our beto 32,000 no. Okay.
And moving on to other stories, the Minister for Works and Housing, Kenneth Gilbert Ejay, has stalled the 3-store drainage and bridge construction project in the Accra metropolitan area. During the inspection, the minister was very dissatisfied with the slow pace of work.
Ministry no. Yadi ashayensa eyesa yehwe no emu baako ho na yenam eye drains gutter ne niema yesa de be nsuo to a enyiri emfa nkofo na betimi enya gutters akese animu etimi afa nti na ye call round the said be ya ye behwe so omo edi nwuma ne hyehye wo mo nsa no omo ye adwuma no said ye wose wo mo ye fa nti ye call ba bi miensa ye di kan na ye call ye no na niema enhyeda enkoyie na ejuma ayesenka by now no nko meku animu no na omo wo akire kra enti eho no anso ye ni ti ye ka kire wo mo se omo ma ye hu sesei no emre na aka e wo manim no kwan be no omo be fa so etimi de awi omo ma ye hu sesei omo de 3 months na be wi ana 6 months na be wi a omo ma ye hu every month no de omo betimi aye adru and na second place no so aye call ye ne de timu amu hu bi na omo kasa no musumu TV adwuma na edi hye nipa ne nsa no time no kra edri enisenko adru sa nanso nipa no ahokeka ne adwuma din nti wa ya ama na broso ama yɛbɔ n'aba so ɛhwɛ sɛ the next phase koraa wɔ hɔ no nam n'adwuma a wayɛ nti yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛde aka ne ho na watumi ayɛ adwuma no mmɔ ɛfiri hɔ na yɛbaa last site ha no ma ɛyɛ abosokan stretchy na ɔhasoso na ɛyi mente me ho ase bi ɛwɔ nkratasɛm mu ne ntotoyɛ nkakra bi ɛnkɔ yie nti yɛfrɛ wɔn ba office ɛne wɔn have a meeting the last time but after that meeting no say wɔn ba site a wɔn ɛyɛ wɔn ho ayɛ adwuma
Also, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Hydrological Authority, Sylvester Dako, assured that at least 90% of the Wager SCC project will be completed before the next rainy season.
February 2025 is supposed to complete in July 2026, and as at now, like he indicated, it's done about 96%, meaning that he's way ahead of schedule. We are very much aware, or we're very much ahead of time for this particular project, and so there's another problem downstream as we go. So there's a termination of this particular drain downstream, which needs to be continued, and therefore we will require additional resources to continue so that we have a complete resolution of this flooding issue that we.
Now let's go straight to the Ashanti region. A member of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat Task Force has died, and 4 others have sustained serious injuries after the operational vehicle was involved in an accident at Obuasi in the Ashanti region. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources said the 5-member team was traveling to the area to execute a major anti-galamsey operation when the crash occurred. In a statement signed by the Ministry Media Relations Officer, officials noted that the deployment formed part of sustained effort to curb illegal mining activities in the Obuasi enclave. The ministry confirmed that 1 officer died at the scene, whilst the other 4 members of the team are receiving treatment. The Education Minister Haruna Idrisu has revealed an ambitious plan to expand government support for learners with special needs nationwide, including a proposal to introduce free education across all special and integrated schools starting January 2026. Addressing media, the minister described the initiative as what may be the best news in the 2026 budget for President Mahama and the Ghanaians.
Prof. Mahama. So I'm now on special education, and I have submitted a comprehensive policy paper to Cabinet to look at the possibility of introducing free education for all learners in special integrated schools across the country. I intend that if I get the support of the President and Cabinet, for which I trust I have, from 1st January 2026, we should be able to provide for the needs of all learners with special needs in our country, including the provision of devices for persons who are visually impaired, those with hearing difficulties, and others. What I noticed as I went to our coupon was that even feeding, they still depended on government grants. That is not good enough. So we extend school feeding to all the special needs and integrated schools in the country. And for me, that will be the best intervention of meeting the needs of distressed, marginalized learners in the provision of our educational system. Accordingly, I've requested and directed GET Fund to make a minimum allocation of 65 million Ghana cedis to support the.
The Coalition of Unemployed Trained Teachers has expressed their dissatisfaction with Education Minister Haruna Idrisu announcement that 6,100 teachers will soon be recruited, describing the plans as inadequate and a disappointment to thousands of qualified graduates still without jobs.
As now, I'm coming from a construction field. We are doing masonry. If you see the tall building that we have been climbing, and if you fall right now, you die. Some have even lost their leg, their hand because of those jobs. And because we don't want to do that, that's why we were trained as teachers to teach. So we can't be home and be suffering whilst we spent over 5 years training ourselves to become good teachers, so that we will help the future of Ghana. And now we are here to tell the government to post us now because we have stayed home for too long. We can't still be at home. We can't wait for even a month. Some people are even dying. Some are doing illegal jobs. Some are, you can see armed robbers employing our colleagues. Go and steal and I'll give you money, and they will do it because they are hungry. Some are on Galamsey side. The same Galamsey we are preaching against. We are educating people against. Our people are there. They are there. You go there right now, you see a lot of trained teachers there because they have not get job. We have passed our licensure exam. We have reached whatever we want to do. Some are first class, second class upper, and all those stuff. And we are still at home. So we want the government to come to our aid. We were trained to teach, not to be on the street hacking. Some of us are at the station hacking pure water and all those stuff. And you see these same people, the people we are supposed to teach are the people feeding us. I work at a washing bay where
we're going for a commercial break. Please stay with us.
The manager of Crystal Jewelry Collection. Here, we have varieties of pet foods and accessories. When it comes to dog foods and cat foods, we have everything. We have the 25 kg pellets, the 20 kg, the 10 kg. We have Happy Home, High Performance, Dog Chew, Jack Pet Food, GC Puppy and Adults, High Retrieval, Happy Canine. When it comes to the leashes or the colors, we have everything, whether small, medium or large. We have their supplements, their vitamins, fish oils, medicated soaps, and their tablets. We also have the flea and tick sprays, their refreshers, and when it comes to their bowls, we have different types of bowls. Stainless or plastic bowls, medium, large. We have their traveling bags, their bathing tubs, their towels, and all their chains as well. We also do breeding of dogs and cats. Whether you are looking for poodles, puppies, any mixed breed, we have them. Foreign cats too are available. When it comes to their treats, we have the big bones, we have their biscuits, we have their snacks, we have our locations. One is located at East Legon American House, adjacent KB Clay, near Intifo Avenue Street. We also have a branch at Blue Lagoon, Sacramento, opposite the Ghana Poultry Farmers Association, General Anchor Street. You can contact us on 0243 03 2066 or 020 473 8175. At Crystal Jewelry, we will always want your pet to smile.
of love, elegance, and timeless beauty. At Sarah's Dream Jewelry, we bring you exquisite craftsmanship, stunning designs, and pieces that celebrate your moment. From engagement to anniversaries, birthdays to just because surprises, we help you make memories that shine forever. Discover timeless classics, modern elegance, and breathtaking collections. All at prices that sparkle. Looking for something unique? Our expert artisans craft personalized jewelry made just for you. Let's make your moment unforgettable. Sarah.
Welcome back from the commercial break. It's still live on CSTV News at 24 on CSTV. Now the news continues. Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku has revealed that government has begun processes to establish a farmers market system that allows producers to sell directly to consumers at affordable prices. In an interview, he added that the initiative has already begun with support from a team at the University of Cape Coast.
Farmers market here in Ghana. Asati Cape Coast. University one your team lead this idea. You create market farmers no between about direct. That market don't say your problem kakra. You produce the bulk of the food no krasi. And you can say who creating wa kra just you swear you are free home. So and na cost no problem no. We are trying to do something about it. Obekaya, the same problem. And the man Ghana the food distribution company here day. Bye. Because we afford the idea na airful. Now so beba bedru ha say no. Na ne boy den. And the man take food distribution company.
The Ghana Revenue Authority is projecting January 1st, 2026. The Ghana Revenue Authority is projecting January 1st, 2026 as the official start date for the implementation of the country's new value-added tax reforms, pending final approval from Parliament. Commissioner General Anthony Sapon at the PwC Post-Budget Forum in Accra said the authority is fully prepared to roll out the changes at the beginning of the new year.
The bill is currently before Parliament. Actually, from here, Parliament has started looking at it at 10 a.m. So from here, I'm going straight to join my team to make sure that we are responding to their questions and explaining. We are hoping and expecting that we will get parliamentary approval before they rise for the Christmas season, and hoping that the president will also be able to assent to it. So if all these plans goes well, we'll expect that the implementation should start 1st January 2026.
Now moving on to the international front. On the international front also, a woman has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for a role in the murder of 3 tourists during a carjacking in Mexico last year. The 23-year pleaded guilty to instigating the violent assault on Australian brothers and their American friend who were on a surfing trip in the northern Mexico state of Baja, California in April 2024 when they disappeared. Meta will stop Instagram, Facebook and Threads users in Australia under the age of 16 years. The blog will come into effect by 10 December to comply with the country's social media ban for young teenagers. Meta, which operates the 3 apps, said it had begun notifying users it's believed were between 13 and 15 that their accounts will be shut down through in-app messages, email, and text. Sports news will come your way after the commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the commercial break. You live on CSTV News at 24 on CSTV. Now let's move on to sports. NPP flag bearer hopeful Kwabena Japan has scored on the sports sector as well as the media to help in marketing and domestic league. According to him, in doing this, it will generate a lot of job opportunities for Ghanaians.
Our own game. We have to market the game because it can bring big business, employment. You know, you look at, I visited Udinese, 2022 or something, a bit, you know, because I've been into football. I'm still in. I still have a juvenile team in Adabraka.
Okay.
Okay. And you go
to produce a goalkeeper for the national team, right?
Yes. Yeah. Atizigi, one of my boys, many others. I mean, Prince Tego, Isaac Vosa, many young players, Ibrahim Mohammed, Yakubu, and the rest. So this is surprising and painful, virtually, to see what has happened to our local league. And the fact that the community is not that involved, and I blame the media too, to a certain extent. Because they don't advertise the game, they don't give it mileage and coverage and make it attractive. So when there's a big game, a lot of people don't even know a big game is about to happen. And of course, I mean, the world has changed. There's social media, there is DSTV, there's competition now. People can walk into a local bar, pay 2 cedis, I don't know how much they're charging now, and watch the best footballers in the world. And so the competition is tougher. But I think our patriotism and our affection for our country and our teams, you know, it was so anchored in our national psyche that today you hear people. I saw a program on CNN, I was traumatized. A group in Dwabing, was it Dwabing? Saying that they support Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I was traumatized. I mean, I cannot understand why a team in Birmingham should have, you know, but this is what has happened to us. And we should do more to promote ourselves. It will generate a lot of jobs. You know, an associated economic activity, because in those days, the State Transport Corporation, on major days, on Sundays when Kotoko is playing Africa Cup, you go to Circle, about 20 buses carrying supporters to Kumasi to go and watch game. Those who are selling food, the hotels around it, they all collapse because football has gone down.
Kwabena Japan, still in an interview, also added that if given the opportunity, he will do whatever he can to revive the sports as a national game in the country.
And I think our leaders are not as passionate about football as I am. And if I ever have the opportunity, we'll do whatever we can to revive the sport as a national game, as a national passion, so that every young kid can know that he supports a team in our Premier League and supports it with everything.
International sports consultant Rex Dankwa has warned that placing the sports fund under the Ministry of Sports and Recreation would lead to the collapse of the sports sector.
Manage the sports fund because it has been an issue for years and it never got done because of the how do you manage it. If you manage it under the ministry, you fail. It has to be independent. It has to be independent that when you get a person as a sponsor and the person is going to pay you $100,000 a year for 5 years, $500,000, whatever he wants in return, you have to secure it. Sometimes politics goes into decisions.
Okay.
Because if it's a different party, and then you also a different party, and it's now going to say, meanwhile your money is there, as your money is being taken, but then it will not give you your due. No. So if you insulate sports fund and sports funding and sponsorship and everything from government control, that should be the best. Because there are people who are ready to put in the money, but then they don't want the situation that you want to go and sit on a seat and they will tell you, it's us. How can you come and sit there? Meanwhile, he's paid so much money and he deserves a seat. But because he's in opposition with the party sitting around that, then you can't have your seat. No. It should be independent. Once you get to that point, the sports fund will work without politics. don't joke with their politics. You know it. I mean, the thing that has saved me severally is because I stayed in Kumasi for a long time, from tech, first degree, masters, and stayed in Kumasi and worked at the Kumasi Stadium. So I knew a lot of people, even the president.
Still in sports, former Crystal Palace chairman Simon Jordan as he praises on Anthony Semenyo for a strong start in the opening season.
£50 million footballer, if £150 million is a real proposition in this day and age, which it is. So that release clause was solely for the benefit of them. Semenyo is a top quality player. Some people say to me, I was talking to a couple of players, influential voices that I would listen to, I think he goes missing at times, but I think he's a really good player. I really like him.
Former Ghana captain Asamoah Gyan has saved Nigeria, Morocco and Ivory Coast as the leading favorites for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Speaking to CAF media during the 2025 awards ceremony, Gyan expressed disappointment over Ghana's absence from the tournament.
I think we've got a lot of giants who are going there. Ghana is out, which we are very disappointed, but it's okay. We qualified to the World Cup, yes. So it's okay. Yes, Nigeria did well. They were close last 2 years. Ivory Coast did well, so we have a lot of teams. Morocco is also a strong contender who are also doing well. I would say these three countries that I've mentioned, Nigeria, Ivory Coast and Morocco.
An entertainment story will be coming your way after the break. Stay tuned. And welcome back now in entertainment news. Veteran music producer Zap Mallet has lauded Ghana's young sound engineers, though he notes a disconnection between older and new generations in the music industry. He attributes this gap to technology, which made it easy for young artists to learn and produce music independently. With the initial clash between Stonebwoy's Beam Festival and the Black Star Experience concert, both set for December 26th, many speculated that the Black Star Secretariat, led by Rex Omar, was trying to sabotage Stonebwoy's event. However, Rex Omar has dismissed those claims.
This show, Stonebwoy thing, was a clear misunderstanding. Yeah. Because I was expecting that even if the mistake has happened, Stonebwoy should have called. Relationship. Yeah. He should have just called. Charlie, this is something that should not even have come to the public. Yeah. But nobody called. Nobody came to our office. All I heard was, hey, somebody is sabotaging and all these things. I think we have to go above this kind of pettiness that doesn't bring anything to anybody. I want Stonebwoy to succeed. I want to see Stonebwoy filling stadiums in New York, filling stadiums in France, and all those things, because we want to export Ghanaian arts. But it starts from somewhere. If we cannot settle our issues home, how are we going to export ourselves? So we as government, we don't want to be part of the rivalry that is going on with some artists. That is not our cup of tea. We want to be sure that everybody is giving that needed attention, and if there are issues of course, as humans, we will always have little difference, but then we need to solve those problems. Yeah. It's not everything that we take it to public, honestly speaking. But I believe that as a leader, Stonebwoy is still my brother. They are the reasons why, yeah, I do what I do. Yeah. When I was at peak of my career, I was a if I was able to sacrifice my career to come and work and help for the system to change, I wouldn't fight for 35 years to get to this point to come and sabotage a Ghanaian artist that I've been fighting for. No. So, Stoneboy, our doors are still open to you and all Ghanaian artists. It is you, because of you, that I'm there. So we need all your support. If there are issues, let's solve the problems and keep.
And this is where we end today's news bulletin on CSTV. But before we go, let's look at some top stories from our news bulletin. 1 dead, 4 injured in an accident in the Ashanti region. Also, Education Minister Haruna Idris was announced free education for special needs learners. In business news, Agri Minister Eric Opoku outlined plans for farmers market. On the foreign front also, Meta to block Instagram and Facebook for users under 16 years in Australia. And this is where we draw our curtains for tonight's news bulletin. CSTV News at 24 was proudly brought to you by Celeste Tom Brown, Bremer Ocean Agency, Amsor Blog Machinery and Blog Manufacturing, Sarah's Dream Jewelries, KS Rafemix Company Limited, Yap Decorations, NAP Apartment Hotel, and Crystal Jewelry Tech Shop. My name is Broadcast Mensa. Good evening once again.